So just a quick preamble, I'm in no way an authority on video games and how they should be made and or played. The purpose of this video is to throw some ideas out there to the world and hear ideas off you guys too. So please, let's start a conversation. Again, my opinions, they're gonna be shit. Just warning you. I don't act as like a this is what should be done kind of guy either. So anyway, enjoy the video, take care. Can we bring Sly Cooper back? Sly Cooper is an iconic PS2 3D platforming stealth franchise, and it's most popular during the early 2000s, but it never seemed to break out of that console generation. With a few more appearances in other games and the PS3's Sly 4, the series has gone really quiet recently, but let's go through those games and catch up to speed. Sly 1. The rough around the edges introduction to the Cooper gang and their first adventure. A 3D platform which takes its cues from Crash Bandicoot, but succeeds in carving out its own identity. Great characters, great world, looks like an early PS2 game, very difficult but very fun. Sly 2. A refinement of the first game. I would argue this is one of the best PS2 games by far. All killer, no filler. Every character gets fleshing out, the world opens up into small hubs to explore and do missions in. Surprisingly mature themes and a refined difficulty curve. Can it really get any better than this? Sly 3, the last of the PS2 trilogy. Generally really enjoyed by fans, but a little rough around the edges as the game was rushed to release. It still ends with the trilogy on the high, and it is an overall enjoyable experience. Not much to say about this one on my perspective. 3D glasses! Sly 4. More of what we had before. A great time-hopping concept which leads to fun interactions with past Coopers, but is lacking the spark of 2 and 3. I really enjoyed it, but I can see why it was met with mixed feelings. Giving Carmelita a skirt? Ew. The movie. It would be criminal, not to mention the movie that was in the works. Dates? Here on the screen. It drastically redesigned our characters, which I'm usually all for, but this change did look awkward. The designs were really good in the first place. I still wish we had it though, because looking back, it would be a nice oddity to have.
What the hell is even that?
Chapter 2. The Ideas. This was a tough one because I feel like Sly figured out a winning formula with Sly 2. Fun and varied mission designs, a colourful cast of characters, surprisingly mature emotional moments in the story, all great stuff. So how do we fix what's not broken? Do we just reboot the series, go back to Sly 1, give it that Demon Souls treatment? I'm not really sure, because it doesn't solve the problems that reviewers highlighted, which seems to be the general lack of interest in Sly's formula by the time Sly 4 came around. I'm sure an announcement of a rebooted Sly would get a lot of attention at like a State of Play or a Game Awards, and it would introduce a lot of new fans to the Sly Cooper franchise, but I'm just not sure it's the right choice. Sly 5? So Sly Cooper 4, spoilers by the way, ends with a cliffhanger ending, showing Sly gets stuck in ancient Egypt. Now you could put the standard Sly formula into like a more unique concept, so Sly teaming up with the ancestors of like Murray and Bentley, exploring their family trees. I could easily see a story where Bentley and Murray's ancestors built the pyramids or something really silly like that. And maybe it's all set during one time period instead of time jumping. This could result in some fun use of old technology to solve problems. Instead of multiple maps, and I know this isn't a new idea, maybe a bigger world map. Think like Crackdown or something, with different bigger areas controlled by different thieving factions. Slowly unlocking more of the map as you progress, while also changing the world state with your actions. Oh no, it was Sly who broke the nose off the Sphinx. Silly stuff like that. You could even tie in the Thievius Raccoonus with Sly being the first to start the book. General time-bending stuff like that, you know, talking to future characters and past characters. Ultimately, it will play the same as the previous entries, but I think a fun concept for a story like that, where you could develop new characters and new histories, could be interesting. The first ever Cooper gang takes over Egypt's Cairo or something, but it's like a 20-hour campaign of slowly taking over little areas and doing jobs, you know, and then turning the whole map blue. You can visualize what I mean, right? But I'm really struggling for ideas here. Usually with these videos, there's a clear direction a sequel can go in, but can we bring Sly back better than before, or did we have the best version of it already? I just don't know. Wild ideas. So these are just my silly ideas that I want to throw out into the world and see what you all think. A Sly JRPG. Give me a reaction JRPG in the style of Clear Obscure or the Mario RPG games. 3 core members, lots of fun reactionary systems. I basically want more Clear Obscure. Can you tell I just finished that? But I think it would work. Sly has such a fun art direction, such a fun cast of characters, crazy like effects. It could be really fun. You could also implement the stealth gameplay in between fights. So I don't know, I think a Sly RPG in the style of a JRPG could really work. A point-and-click adventure game. The Sly series has some great characters and places, taking place in a bizarro version of the real world. Now wouldn't it be really cool to have like a Broken Sword, Monkey Island style point-and-click adventure game? It just seems really fun. Since the series has always had like a comic booky look, it would definitely work. Lots of comedy potential. The characters are so strong, so writing a story shouldn't be that hard. For example, Bentley's evil twin brother, who is a tortoise, infiltrate his base and stop his plans to steal something. Or, I don't know, Sly loses his cane and you gotta run around the world trying to find it. Something light-hearted, something quite silly, I think it would work really well. Retrieve Dimitri's special sock. Now, last idea, probably the silliest, honestly. It wouldn't work, but a fighting game. These characters are asking to be given movesets. 3v3, you could easily fill a roster of like 24 characters with all these silly animal critters. Fuck, make a new PlayStation All-Stars. Fuck Tokon, make a Sly Cooper based PlayStation All-Stars with all these stupid little animals doing crazy 28 combos on each other. Sly's got a launcher, you know what it is, you press triangle, there it is, done. Sly Cooper All-Stars, fighters, yeah. Sly Raccoon is a great time capsule of the PS2 era. There isn't anything quite like it, nothing feels like it, and that's why I love it. I return to Sly 2 once every year or so, I really can't get enough of that game. I'm just not really sure if we could bring it back in a meaningful and creative way. Unlike my previous games in this series, I feel like there's such a clear idea for growth. But this series, it would just feel like retreading the same ground. But what are your ideas and thoughts? Please let me know. The response to my Soul Calibur video has been absolutely insane. So many people have commented, it's great. And the whole purpose of this series is to get people talking about these games, get people thinking about what we could do to maybe bring them back in some way or another. But thank you for getting involved. I'll see you next video, which is probably going to be about something even stupider. Take care. Bye-bye.
I have no idea what you're saying.